Though Indiana does not have one comprehensive vital records index for all 92 counties, there are very good resources available for locating birth, death, marriage, and divorce records. First, let's start with some basics about certified records. If you need a certified copy of any vital record, you will need to contact either the county or state health department. The Archives and Records Administration cannot certify vital records. By law, the county health departments began collecting birth and death information in 1882. This does not mean that everyone rushed to comply or that everyone who was born or died after this date received a birth or death certificate. Births, in particular, often went unregistered, with many of those people later petitioning the local courts for a delayed birth certificate. Delayed birth certificates are often found in many county courts, along with varying degrees of proof. It's important to know that the State Department of Health did not start receiving copies of death records until 1900 and birth records until 1907. Before those dates, the birth and death records are only available at the county level. Marriage records are maintained by the county clerk's offices. Again, one should always contact the county clerk's office in the county in which the marriage took place, if a certified copy is required, but genealogy copies may be available online. Divorce records are also maintained by the county clerk's office, as this is a court proceeding. Until the 1851 Constitution, divorces could also be granted by the state legislature, and that documentation can be found in the early acts. If you don't know the date or county, you may need to consult an index first. Genealogists have always sought vital records, so there are many indexes available at the county level. A good place to start is at your local library, particularly if they have a genealogy room. If you don't live in that area or you need to do most of your research online, you'll want to check out FamilySearch.com. FamilySearch has been microfilming county records for decades. Recently, they have completed digital scanning of all their rolls of microfilm. Those images will be added to their website in the near future. Though you can search from the main page using a person's name, this will only give you previously indexed results. The camera icons to the right indicate that there are digital images available to look at. The best way to determine if the records you need are available online is to do a catalog search. Simply select Catalog, fill in the state and county, and then hit Enter. You will see a list of all records available. Open the categories to determine if the records you need are there. Not all records will be available online, but you will see a camera icon for those that have a digital image available. Open those records, and you'll be able to see the digital scans just as though you were looking at microfilm in a reading room. If you see this key icon, this means that you must be in a FamilySearch affiliate to view these images. This is not the choice of FamilySearch or the Archives and Records Administration. Locked images mean that when the contract was written decades ago to microfilm the records, the local county clerk or repository specified these records could only be viewed in a FamilySearch center or at their office. Since these contracts were written decades ago, we encourage you to encourage the clerk to update those contracts with FamilySearch. If they need assistance, they can contact the archives for more information. It makes things easier for everyone when genealogists can find the records they need readily available online. If the images aren't available online, you don't have to wait for the counties to update their contracts. Visit any FamilySearch affiliate, which includes many local libraries and genealogy centers, as well as the State Library and the Indiana State Archives. Feel free to send us an email at arc@indiana.gov. at iara.in.gov if you need help or you need to set an appointment. Before we move on, this is a great time to revisit the many types of records available. Court, land, and probate records are always useful to genealogists and may be found online. Another great resource for marriage license indexes is the Indiana State Library's website. Be sure to visit their online resources for a list of the various marriage indexes available. Libraries and genealogy groups will often have locally created indexes and copies of records available online or in their reading rooms. Here at the State Archives, we have a few scattered marriage records, which is not the norm, as most of these remain at the county level. We have the Department of Health's statewide marriage index available on microfilm in our reading room. This is also expanded and searchable on the State Library's website. We have copies of GSU film, but we typically use the scanned versions available on Family Search. Additionally, we have copies of the acts if you are searching for an early divorce record. We've also partnered with Ancestry.com to make the state copies of birth, death, and marriage records available online. Again, birth records begin in 1907 and are confidential for 75 years. Currently, these records are available up through 1940, but will be expanding in the near future. Death records begin in 1900 and are currently available through 2010. Marriage records vary on Ancestry and often link up with Family Search to provide copies of registers and applications. If you don't have access to Ancestry, feel free to contact the State Archives or any library with Ancestry.com, and we can assist you in obtaining a genealogy copy. Again, certified copies must go through the County and State Department of Health for birth and death records, or the clerk of the court for marriage and divorce records. Hopefully, this will help you locate the records you need, but should you have any questions, please feel free to email an archivist at arc@iara.in.gov. Again, that is arc@iara.in.gov. Thank you for your time.